Welcome to VSum Tech Talk. In the previous video, we have seen the fundamentals of machine learning and what are the various models in machine learning. Now, in today's video, we are trying to understand what is the machine learning life cycle. These are the following steps which we need to follow to solve any problem by using machine learning. Step 1 is data gathering. Step 2, data preparation. Step 3, choose learning algorithm. Step 4, training model. Step 5, testing model. Step 6, prediction. To solve a problem, I have selected one problem. Predict whether the text from the customer reviews is negative or positive sentiment. Usually in e-commerce websites, whenever we are purchasing any product, customer review is important. Based on the customer's review, they are going to take action for further implementation. They want to know feedback is given by the customer is positive or negative. This analysis they want to do by using machine learning program. Let's see the next slide. Steps to follow to predict the customer review using machine learning. The picture here you are seeing life cycle flow of machine learning. So from gathering data to till prediction, these are the various steps are involved. So step 1, gathering data, data pre-processing, researching the model that will be best for the type of data, training and testing the model, evaluation or prediction. So these are the steps involved. In the complete life cycle, to solve a problem, we create a machine learning system called model. But to train a model, we need data. So hence life cycle starts by collecting the data. So we need to identify the different data sources, as data can be collected from various sources like files, database, internet or mobile devices. See, the quantity and quality of the collected data will determine the efficiency of the output. So if you give more data as input, the more accurate will be the prediction. So always we need to remember that there are various steps involved in data gathering, like identifying various data sources, collecting data, integrating the data from different sources. So by performing all tasks, we can get a coherent set of data, which is also called as data set. But the collected data cannot be used directly for performing the analysis process. So as there might be a lot of missing data, extremely large values, or unrecognized text data, or noisy data, it can be anything. So therefore, to solve this problem, definitely data preparation is required. Let's see data pre-processing. Data pre-processing is nothing but the process of cleaning the raw data. So if you say whenever the data is gathered from different sources, it is collected in a raw format, and this data is not feasible for analysis. So most of the real world data is messy. So there might be chances of missing data, noisy data or inconsistent data as well. So in this data exploration, it is used to understand the nature of the data that we have to work with. So we need to understand the characteristics, format, quality of the data. Now if you see in data pre-processing, we are going to analyze the data. What we are going to do in data processing is like cleaning the data set, like ignoring the missing values, removing the instance having missed values from the data set, removing the duplicate instances, so on. These are the various things which we are doing in data pre-processing. Step 3 is choosing the right algorithm to analyze the pre-processed data. For analyzing the pre-processed data, we are going to choose an algorithm which belongs to different categories of machine learning models. It can be supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement. These are the various categories of algorithms are available. If you are choosing supervised learning, if the data whatever you are choosing should be labeled properly. If you are choosing supervised learning, if you dig in detail, there are different categories of algorithms. One is classification algorithms, another one is regression algorithm. Suppose if you want to choose a classification algorithm, in such a case, the data or output which you are expecting should belongs to either a class A or class B, or should be labeled, like if it is data is mentioned as a red or a blue, it is a disease or not disease, spam or not spam. This is nothing but an output. If you are expecting an output like that, then we are going to choose classification algorithms. If you are going to choose a regression algorithm, output of the data is either numeric, something like that. So based on the type of data which we are choosing, the type of algorithms. So classification, under classification we have n number of algorithms are there. Under regression we have n number of algorithms are there. Based on the type of problem that you need to solve and type of data which we have, we are going to choose the different types of algorithms. Those selection of algorithms happen in the step 3, and then we are going to use this algorithm for analyzing the data. Now the next step is train the model. In this step, we train our model to improve its performance for a better outcome of the problem. We use datasets to train the model using various machine learning algorithms. So training a model is required so that it can understand the various patterns, rules and features. If you see here, the training data is divided into two parts. Like 80% of the records we are going to use for training the model, and 20% of the records we are going to use for testing the model. It also depends upon the size of the data set what we are going to use it. If you input more number of records, we can get the accuracy of the prediction will be more better way. Now in step 5, we are going to test the model. Once our machine learning model has been trained on a given data set, then we are going to test the model. So in this test, we test the accuracy of our model by providing a test data to it. In the previous step, we have given 80% of the data to train the model. The remaining 20% we are going to use in evaluating the model, or we are going to test the model. So testing the model determines the percentage accuracy of the model as per the requirement of the project or the problem. This is the final step. After testing the model, we are going to do something like useful to the real world by deploying the application. So in the final step, we are deploying the application. We are going to use it in the real-time implementation. So these are the various steps which are involved when we want to use the machine learning model for resolving any issue. Let's see the practical implementation by using Microsoft ML.NET framework to test this scenario in the next video.